And here's another question I have. Where did you get a whole lemon? I could understand if it was a lemon slice or even half a lemon, but where are these fans getting whole lemons? Sorry. I'm rewatching some of these clips and you probably see a lemon on your screen, but what did I watch today with the XFL? We're not doing no intro, none of that. We're getting straight into it. So for those of you that haven't heard by now, the XFL, it's back. Now I'm going to be 100% transparent with all of you in tonight's video. At first, I was like, who cares? It's the XFL, it's a knockoff version of the NFL. I'm probably not going to watch it, and it's probably not going to be good. I want to make that clear at the beginning of this video because before I started watching the games, that was my mindset. I already had a negative mindset. And I kid you not, I was like, well, I'm going to watch the end of this one game. I saw it had a little time left with the Battlehawks and the Brahmas. I guess I'm saying that correctly. Okay, this is the first time I've ever heard of it. I'm going to show it to you right here, word for word. The term Brahma, in this case, an abbreviation for the American Brahman, which is a type of bull that has been bred in the United States since 1885. Okay, blah, 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 long story short, it's a bull. Anyways, that's besides the point. I was like, okay, let me tune into this Brahmas Battlehawks game, and it was 15-3 with about, I think, 6 or 7 minutes left. Actually, my bad, it was 12-3. The Brahmas kicked a field goal to make it 15-3 with about a minute and some change to go. And as you can see right here on your screen, the Battlehawks won the game 18-15. I wish I was lying about this, but I'm not. The only reason I continued to watch the game, because if you were watching this live like me, you were like, oh yeah, this one's over. The only reason I continue to watch it is because I wanted to see AJ McCarron throw a couple passes because he played at Alabama and that's my favorite college team. Y'all know this. So I was like, well, let's see if AJ's got a Hail Mary in him, or let's see how that arm's looking. Little did I know, I was about to witness single-handedly one of the best comebacks I've ever seen in the history of football. And yes, I mean that because it was one of the best comebacks I've ever seen. The Battlehawks were down 15-3 with a minute and 30 seconds left and won 18-15. You can't make this stuff up. And what was so funny about it, I went back and rewatched the first, second, and third quarter. The Battlehawks, they had like 100 total yards halfway into the fourth quarter. And then out of nowhere, AJ McCarron turns into prime Tom Brady. It was amazing to watch. They scored a touchdown, made it 15-9, and they go for 3. Yeah, that's right. You heard me correctly. They go for a 3-point conversion and get it to make it 15-12. In the XFL, I'm going to explain some of this as we continue to go on. There's a 1-point, 2-point, and 3-point conversion, which is cool if you got to ask me. It just makes it way more entertaining. But here's where things really, and I mean really, got interesting. Instead of doing an onside kick in the fourth quarter, if you are trailing, you can instead choose to do a 4th and 15, once again, instead of an onside kick. They were talking about this rule when they were driving down the field, and in my head, I was like, oh yeah, why would anyone not do the 4th and 15? Converting a 4th and 15 is way easier than converting an onside kick. To make a long story short, they do the 4th and 15, and they get it, go down the field, get another touchdown, win the ball game. Complete madness. I can't believe how lucky I got to tune in to watch that last, 10 minutes of the game. And just like this comment says, I couldn't agree anymore. While not perfect, this is just more evidence football would be way better off with the removal of all kicking of any kind. Yes, yes, and yes. I couldn't agree anymore. I've told my friends this, I've had the conversations, and I'm going to tell you guys this, and I really want you to think about it. Think about it. What sense does it make for these exceptionally talented young men to go out there at the college, high school, and NFL level and battle it out all 4 quarters just for the end of the game to be decided by some unathletic white field goal kicker? I think it's stupid, and I wish they would remove kicking out of the game and just do 1-point conversions and 2-point conversions. I'm tired of seeing these kickers who are unathletic and can't even make the ping pong team. They're determining who wins Super Bowls and national championships at the college level. But anyways, let's get back on track here. A lot of people, they were cool with the 1, 2, and 3-point conversions. I wouldn't be a fan of adding a 3-point conversion in the college or NFL level, but it's cool for this league. But the one thing I do agree with most people is the 4th and 15. I would never want to see that at the college or NFL level. It makes it way too easy to come back. Although I will say I like it for this league because it's entertaining. Check this out. This should go to show you how pitiful the Battlehawks offense was the entire first half. AJ McCarron, he had like 50 yards the first 3.5 quarters. Then in the fourth quarter alone, he was 11 for 14, 133 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Wow. And after the game, if you watched it, he had a really nice moment. He even teared up and his kids came up. It was cool to see. So that was my first experience, my first game watching the XFL. And keep in mind, yet again, I was going into this game expecting it to be terrible, but I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it, and I was reading a ton of tweets, and other people were as well. Y'all know how I am. I'm very harsh, I'm very brutal, and I'm not the nicest person you'll ever meet on YouTube, but The XFL is good so far. I mean, right now, as to where it stands, it's been good. You can't ask for much more. And what about the fan environment there? It's been amazing. And last but not least, before we move on to this other topic I got to speak on, I get it. It's the XFL, and also I know some of you are going to say, well, Matt, you're being biased. But man, I'm still not sold on the fact that if A.J. McCarron wasn't put into the right NFL system, that he still wouldn't be an NFL starter till this day. Am I trying to convince you that A.J. McCarron would have been the next Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady? No, but I always thought he had a chance of being an NFL starter for a couple of years. I do remember he had that decent run with Cincinnati, but he never got a real shot. And that's one thing that people forget to mention. A lot of times in sports, you got to get lucky. A lot of times in sports, wherever you go, whatever team drafts you, that determines how successful you're going to be. For example, if Golden State doesn't draft Steph Curry and he goes to the New York Knicks, I think his career is completely changed forever. It's the same thing with these NFL teams. If you're not going to a team with a great organization, it could affect your career dramatically. Outside of that, moving along here to another game tonight. All this happened in one night or one day, whatever you want to call it. This is just so crazy. So apparently, well, not apparently, but DC fans had their beer snakes taken away from the stadium security, so they started rocketing lemons onto the field. You can't make this stuff up. I mean, they were throwing lemons onto the field. Could you imagine you're getting ready to take the snap as a quarterback or whatnot, and you see a lemon just fly past you? And let me give you some context. These lemons were being thrown on the field. This wasn't a situation like Tennessee. Remember when all the Tennessee fans were throwing mustard bottles and crap onto the field? That wasn't really getting close to the players. These lemons were right next to the players. And here's another question I have. Where did you get a whole lemon? I could understand if it was a lemon slice or even half a lemon, but where are these fans getting whole lemons? The XFL has been chaotic to say the least. I mean, both games today, highly entertaining. 18-15 came down to the wire, and also a 22-18 game. And Saturday, there was a 22-20 game. Like I said, it's already been really good. And also another key part, and not just another key part, but the main key part, the way you keep this thing going, is attendance. Like I said early on, it was amazing. They had 24,000 people at the Battlehawks game. That's the most since 2020. I'm telling you right now, I know most of us on this channel, we are diehard college football fans, but the XFL, if you're not doing anything, is definitely worth the watch. Last but not least, before we end out this video, let me ask you a question. Are you going to watch the XFL and be serious and be legit? I really want to know, because if you guys are going to watch it, I may make some more videos about it. But if not, I'm not going to care to. Now, I am not going to promise you we're going to talk about the XFL a ton, because we are not. But maybe we talk about it once a week. Oh, crap. Oh, yeah. I meant to say this early on in the video, but one of my favorite parts, no, scratch that. It is my favorite part about the XFL is how we can hear the coaches and the quarterbacks, you know, how they're going over the plays and they're talking. I just think that's awesome, because we get to hear what they're saying in live time. It gives you a great perspective. That is probably, now that I think about it, my favorite part about the XFL. Let me know in the comment section, what's your favorite part? That's all I got for y'all. Let me know your thoughts down below. But you know why I'm here, and if you don't know why I'm here, I'm going to explain it to you. I'm just going to be honest and up front. I need this video to get to 8 minutes, because mortgage is coming up, bills are coming up. So yeah, about 1 more, 2 more, 3 more, yeah, there we go, 8 minutes.